Hi and welcome everyone to Selective Prep Power Thinking Skills Test 10. So today we are going to go through some selected questions. Let's start. First question is a relevant selection question. So first basket has 5 apples, second has 7, third is 11. How many apples will the fifth basket contain if the baskets follow a pattern? Okay, so basket 1, basket 2. We have 5, 7, 11. So this might seem like it's following an odd number pattern. Okay, however, if you look carefully, you can see that the gap here is +2, the gap here is +3. So the gaps aren't actually doing anything, okay? There's a different pattern to it, and you have to think about this in a thinking skills manner, okay? Think in a thinking skills manner. So actually the patterns range much broader than simple mathematical patterns. So here, actually the pattern is that they're all prime numbers. We're going in order. Okay, so the next one would be 13, and the next one would be 17. So if you actually followed any pattern, for example, if you did +4, okay, 2, 3, 4, then you'll get 15 plus 5. 15 plus 5 is 21, which is the wrong answer. Okay, so the answer here is 17 or B. Okay, identifying an assumption. Let's highlight to find the main idea. Golf balls in the past century have become much more sophisticated. Okay, that is basically the main idea, right? There's development in the golf ball technology. One of the results is that they've become much more aerodynamic and they have much longer drives than previously. As a result, many professional golf courses are much less challenging than they used to be. Therefore, see, that is our key word. Therefore, limits should be imposed on the development and the types of golf balls allowed in competition to preserve the difficulty of traditional golf courses. What is an underlying assumption? Let's go through. A, better golf balls are good for players because it means they can play better. Now, this is true according to the passage, but it's not an assumption, okay? They've been shown by evidence that actually they are able to improve the players' play. So A is out. B, golf players have become better as time has progressed. Again, this is a fact. Okay, we know that for sure now because of evidence. C, aerodynamic balls can fly further. Again, that's what aerodynamic means, okay? It means it can fly further. So C is out as well. D, development in golf balls is the main reason courses have been less challenging. So D is actually the assumption. There is still a lot that we don't know. What is the main reason that golf courses have been less challenging? It might be the development of balls, like it says in the main context here, but we also don't know. There might be other factors. Okay, so D is the best answer. Okay, the number in the brackets follow the same pattern. So Rihanna finishes 16 paintings. She gives half away to her best friend, then a quarter remaining to a neighbor. How many paintings has she left? Okay, 16 we split into 2. All right, so it's going to be half to her best friend. So 8 given away, that means 8 left. Now from here, we're going to split it into a quarter. A quarter of the remaining paintings go to her neighbor. That's 2. 2 to her neighbor. So that means there are 6 left, right? 8 minus 2. So that is the answer. Okay, number 4. So what matches the main argument? Okay, film cameras are outdated because they take too long to get our photos back. Instead, we should use digital cameras as they let us see what we shoot instantly. So something, right, isn't good because of something else. A isn't good because of B. So instead, right, we should do C. What is similar? Option C. Phones are distracting as they force us, so as the same as because, right? Phones are distracting A, as they force us to view the world through the screen. B, instead, we should put our phones down, right? And as they will let us enjoy more. So that is the exact same structure if you see between these two. Okay, B is a close match, but it doesn't give a reason at the end. It needs to be a reason for C. Okay. Right, 5. The graph below shows the profit per day of a lemonade stand over 1 week, and there's some figures missing. Right, let's fill it in. The profit on Wednesday is $20 greater than the profit on Sunday. We don't know what Sunday is, but the average profit per day is $70. What is the profit on Wednesday? Okay, we're missing 2 days, but we have enough information to fill this out. If the average per day is 70, the total must be 70 times the number of days, which is 7. That gives us 490. Now let's add up what we have so far. We have 50, we have 75, we have 45, we have 50, we have 60. Right? Add. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 1. 5 plus 5 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. 7 plus 1 is 8. $280. So you minus $210. That is what Wednesday plus Sunday would be, because those are the only two that we haven't added, and we know our total is 490. So we also know that the profit on Wednesday is $20 greater than Sunday. So if I minus 20, okay, I get 190, and I split that between Wednesday and Sunday. And 190 divided by 2, we get 9, 18, 10, 5. 95, 95. And don't forget to add the extra 20 to Wednesday, right? So plus 20, you get 105. So apologies. The solutions, they have not provided the correct working. C should say 105 as we have worked out. Okay, so the answer is C, but it is 105. Okay, 6. So let's highlight. People become vegetarians for many reasons, and there's so many. Some people follow a largely vegetarian diet because they cannot afford to eat meat. Becoming a vegetarian has become more appealing and accessible thanks to year-round availability, and so on. What is an underlying assumption? Okay, fresh produce and vegetarian dining options are accessible to many people in terms of price. Now this is actually the correct option, right? Just because we have more appealing and accessible food, and there's year-round availability and more vegetarian dining options, doesn't mean that it is always affordable, which means able to be bought, right? We just assume, this passage assumes that this fresh produce and vegetarian dining makes vegetarianism more accessible, when accessibility actually depends a lot on price. Okay, and this part actually contradicts it. So that's why A is the best answer. Okay, matching arguments. So it says, today Jim decides he was going to play some video games after coming home. However, if Jim plays video games, so A, right? If Jim plays video games, he will get tired and cannot finish his homework. Since his grades are already low, need improving. Finishing his homework is essential. Jim turns his homework the next day, meaning he decides against playing games that night. So the whole kind of pattern of this argument is if X happened, right, then Y did not happen, right? So if X plays some video games, then the homework didn't happen. right? But if Y happened, then X didn't happen. So because he turned in his homework, the games didn't happen. Okay, so the same is as B. My mother said that in order to feel more energetic, I have to not eat as much junk food. So in order to do X, I need to do Y, right? Recently, I felt like I have more energy, so I must not be eating as much junk food. So because I have not been doing Y, X is happening. Okay? And last question for today. 2 12-sided dice are thrown. 2 students predict the following things about the dice. James says, since the die can summon from 2 to 24, the chance of any number being rolled is 1 over 23. So, 12-sided die. If you think about, for example, 13, which is 1 plus 12, or 2 plus 11, or 3 plus 10, there's many possibilities, right? This can be thrown actually 12 ways, right? So if it's 12 ways, what are the total number of ways? Well, there's 12-sided dice, there's 2 of them. So the total must be 12 times 12, which is 144. 12 over 144 is 1 over 12. And Darcy actually says that since 13 can be thrown in the most different ways, it is the most common result. So he is actually correct. It's B. Okay, key points from this test. So for patterns, okay, remember that first question. Remember, as a reminder, remember this is a thinking skills test. That means patterns extend way beyond mere mathematical rules. Okay, for example, like skip 1, skip 2, whatever. Okay, try to broaden your horizons. Think about the types of numbers you know. What do you know? Prime, square, cube, triangle numbers, and so on. Okay, and also if the numbers can be changed in form, so maybe Roman numerals, right? Or maybe alphabet or whatever, many other options. So patterns are quite interesting because it really does require a lot of this familiarity. You need to be more familiar with it by seeing a lot of questions. Okay, hopefully that helped you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.